Hey there! Welcome back to Orthopedics Made Easy. Today we're tackling an essential topic for any healthcare professional dealing with trauma: shoulder dislocations. We walk through the key bone landmarks you should focus on in three different radiographic views: AP, axillary, and lateral or scapular EY, and compare what you see in a normal shoulder versus anterior and posterior dislocations. Let's dive right in. Let's learn how to assess X-ray. For example, this both X-rays here. What are we seeing here? Oh, you can notice on the left side one pattern, and on the right side it's completely different. Let's see how to identify these landmarks. Okay, in the normal AP view, start by locating the humeral head and the glenoid cavity of the scapula. The humeral head should sit snugly within the glenoid, forming a smooth, almost concentric joint space. You also notice that the acromion process and coracoid process, which frame the joint superiorly and anteriorly. Now, let's move to the axillary view. This is our go-to when you want a clear look at the alignment between the humeral head and the glenoid. Here, the humeral head should be positioned directly over the glenoid, almost like a golf ball sitting neatly on a tee. Finally, the lateral scapular Y view. Picture the Y as being formed by the scapular body, acromion, and coracoid. The humeral head should line up perfectly within the center of the Y, confirming its proper alignment. So, keep this mental picture of a normal shoulder handy. It's your baseline for spotting dislocations. Now, let's talk here about the most common type of shoulder dislocation, anterior dislocation. In this AP view, you see the humeral head has shifted out and down from the glenoid. It's no longer aligned with the glenoid cavity. Instead, it's sitting inferior to the coracoid process. On the axillary view, the dislocation becomes even more obvious. The humeral head has moved forward. So instead of being centered over the glenoid, it's shifted anteriorly, almost as if it is falling off the T. And in the scapular Y view, the humeral head will appear in front of the Y, sitting outside the glenoid's expected central position. This view really drives home to the anterior displacement, which is why it's crucial to always include it in your imaging studies. With anterior dislocations, always watch out for associated fractures like a Hill-Sachs lesion on the humeral head or a Bankert lesion at the glenoid rim. And what about posterior dislocations? So, posterior shoulder dislocations are far less common but often missed because their findings can be subtle. In the AP view, one key sign is the light bulb appearance. See this light bulb appearance of the humeral head. It looks more rounded than usual because of internal rotation. You might also notice increased distance between the humeral head and the glenoid as the humeral head is pushed backward. Now, check the axillary view. This is the gold standard for spotting posterior dislocations. Here, the humeral head has shifted posteriorly, sitting behind the glenoid. It's completely out of alignment, almost like it's being knocked backward off the T. And in the scapular Y view, the humeral head will appear behind the Y, clearly out of its central position. This misalignment should immediately clue you into a posterior dislocation. So don't forget, posterior dislocations are often linked to specific mechanisms of injury, like seizures or high energy trauma. To recap, in a normal shoulder, the humeral head aligns perfectly with the glenoid in all views. In an anterior dislocation, the humeral head shifts forward and downward, showing clear misalignment, especially in the axillary and scapular Y views. In a posterior dislocation, look for the light bulb sign. It's a posterior displacement on axillary views, and the humeral head is sitting behind the scapular Y. Being systematic when interpreting these views can save you from missing critical diagnoses. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what other topics you'd like me to cover. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what other topics you'd like me to cover. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.